Sometimes I forget that I'm loved. Maybe it's sometimes I don't think I'm really worth loving, or maybe I don't deserve it because, maybe some past guilt I have or mistakes I made in the past that linger on within me. But it's days like these that I really come to the realization that there are people that care about me, and I don't know exactly how to feel about it. I do appreciate. I like being cared for. I mean, who wouldn't like to be cared for? Who wouldn't like to be thought of in a way? I mean, I'd like to be in people's heads, hopefully not for a negative reason. Being like if I was being, the one being shit talked or gossip and of sorts, but it's nice to be thought of. Memory is the one thing we keep about people as time goes by. Um, I'll think of Persona 2 quote. I'm not gonna say it. It sounds a bit too corny. But memories are the things we keep of people. So if we make ourselves remain in people's heads, we won't really ever be forgotten. That's how we know history. That's how we know people and stuff like that, and how we, maybe past family members that have passed away. We have pictures and memories to keep remind ourselves of them and who they were. Um, I guess today specifically, after all the bad shits what happened with me, that's caused me to go a bit cuckoo crazy. Um, it's nice to get a little support telling me that I have people that care about me. There's a bunch of stuff that I talked about in my previous video diaries that I wasn't able to do. A lot of procrastination, which entirely the blame goes to myself, but I was able to get some help with my family who went out of their way to help me on that. And obviously, family is a very sort of touchy subject because not every family is the same. Some family will leave you for dead. Some family will always be there for you. And in today's case, my family was there for me, and it wasn't something I needed to directly ask for. It was more so something that I sort of brought up internally, but they were able to sort of piece it together, and today, some progress could be made that will hopefully, sorry, I'm touching my microphone. Some progress will be made that's going to be helping me out. So I was actually able to take it easy today instead of yesterday, where I felt like I was actually going to be losing it. Um, for the record, all the things I said yesterday aren't suddenly gone or anything like that. It's now the controllable state where I don't need to be afraid of everything leaking out of my head, stuff like that. And today was really nice. I really did take it easy today. I didn't really respond to that much DMs. I'm sorry. I didn't really even join that much VCs, which I'm also sorry about. It was a very myself day. I spent the day just editing, taking my time editing, just having some fun editing. Then I got to play some games with my old friends. That was the only VC I really did, which was really nice. It's really nice talking with old friends, especially ones that you still have connections with. They're some of my oldest friends since like 2018, before COVID, which is a very big thing for me. There's always a different era between before COVID, during COVID, and after COVID. And they're the friends I've had that have been with me for the longest while. And we may not talk that much that often anymore because we're all busy with our own lives or different groups, different interests. But we all still got each other's backs and still care for each other, which is really nice. The friends I talk to, I haven't talked to them in a while, but we're recently starting like a whole weekly thing where we start to play stuff, and it's really cool. And I don't know if probably shouldn't be showing too much information. Sorry, I do forget that I am uploading this on a public thing. Who knows if these videos randomly blow up? I'm not gonna expose anyone, but it is. I really love them all. They're really some of the best people I know, and is the one of the best feelings you have is when you have a friend or someone you're really close with. But even though you guys don't exchange information, talk that often, when you talk with them again, it's like no time has passed. You guys have stayed the same, and that's one of the best things about those kinds of friends. Like obviously you change internally, stuff happens in your life that cause those changes, but it's nice to know deep down at the core they're still the same. And when I get reminders of that, it's really nice. It's really beautiful, and it's really nice. It shows what kind of people, what kind of friends, what kind of people can be friends with. Different interests, different likes, dislikes, stuff like that. But even then, we're all still friends. That's really nice, and I really enjoyed that. And I guess it was something that I really needed today. I get a bit too harsh on myself sometimes, and unfortunately, I'm going back to work tomorrow, which is really unfortunate. So maybe when I get back in my diary, I'll be like, "Fuck my life, bro! Oh my god, oh my god!" But that's time to be seen. So this is my last day before I go back to work, and hopefully it's not a bad shift. Hopefully, but and I don't want to jinx myself. I really want to say things are looking up now that I'm sort of getting myself back on track. A lot of things can happen, and I'm not very a consistent person. Like I said earlier, I'm a very inconsistent person. I don't know if it's bipolar or some other bullshit like that. Oh, I don't think it's bipolar. I don't really feel like it, but I'm not a medical expert. All I am is a human being that's trying to live life. And unfortunately, there's some stuff in my life that's prohibiting me from um, being happy and resolving in peace. Like, for example, if I died right now, got shot or something like that, I'd be the type of person to have a lingering will, like a ghost of some kind, because those kinds of spirits, figments, they haven't resolved a lot of their internal shit and have a reason to still stay around. After they find that reason, that's when they pass on. We get those murderer ghosts being like, I was never given for such satisfactory redemption for my murder, so I'm gonna start killing other people to redeem some bullshit like that. And I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm getting closer. Maybe I'm not. I remember one conversation I had with my dad where I directly asked him, is there hope for me? And obviously, you put the more optimistic. There's always hope for everyone. Take your time, all that jazz. When I heard my dad talk about how he was happy raising my family, I accidentally hit the off record button. I hit the off record button right here. But when he was talking, when he talked about how he was happy raising my family. He could probably die in peace. He was happy with his life where he was. And at the time when I heard it, I thought it was really demeaning because I don't know, not to say he was flexing, but like when you when you tell someone that you're happy to someone who's like clearly not going for it, it's like, fuck is that for? But now that I think about it a little bit more, I don't know, it gives me a little bit more hope knowing that one day maybe I can be at that state. Maybe not the exact position my dad's in, because I'm not really too interested in starting a family, especially in today's age. But that state where you are content with your life, that's what my goal's always been. And I don't think I've ever been able to have that for a very, very long time. Um, I've never been that stagnant. I'm always trying to move to the next thing. And I don't know if it's a case of like wanting this, like, take it easy, chill for a second, but it feels like I'm constantly on the move. And because I always feel like I'm on the move, sometimes I can feel pretty lonely because of that. There's not really anyone I'm going on the move with, and people that are on the move, we usually quite a distance away, parallel lines, but they don't really intersect. We just look at each other from the sidelines, knowing that we're both still going on a path that hopefully leads somewhere. Sorry for all the philosophical talk I always do. I always put like really stupid fucking analogies, but it's yeah, it's really stupid now that I think about it. Like all the stupid analogies I'm doing to make try to visualize what I'm trying to tell you guys about, because a lot of the shit I say is very, very bizarre, and it's low key kind of cringy sometimes. Close your eyes, visualize this, stuff like that. Now, next week is gonna be a pretty big week. I gotta do some stuff to prepare for it, and it's gonna be a very big event. Um, I'm going out of state once again. I really hope nothing bad happens because I'm scared some stuff might happen that might get to me mentally, might trigger me. I don't know if it will. And those kinds of things I have to really brace myself impact for. I have to brace myself for because you never know what can happen and stuff like these. I mean, it could be really good, like how it happened today, or it could be really bad. It could be even worse. But like I said, I'm just taking it easy. I'm taking it one step at a time, making small goals here and there. That's what I want to do first and foremost. I don't know what my capabilities are. I don't know what my maximum output is. I don't even know what my minimum output is. I used to think I knew what my maximum output is, what I can do, what I can't do, what I probably shouldn't do. That line is so blurry to me, and it always has been blurry to me, that I can't really put myself into a box of, statistics and stuff like that, because there's too many outliers. You know what I'm saying? When your data sheet is so full of random points that you can't, no correlation. That wouldn't mean no correlation. That's what I'm basically talking about. So I have to prepare myself for what I may or may not do, and that's just an internal battle of myself. Because why the fuck are you fighting yourself? I'm trying to prepare against myself in the off chance that I don't correlate with what I need or want to do. It's like two separate entities in my body right now. You feel me? Because why would you need to prepare yourself for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Sorry, like I said, more philosophical analogy type shit. But hopefully you understand what I'm placing down on the paper or whatever stuff like that. Anyway, I'm really excited for next week. I mean, there's some cool stuff here. I edited a little bit, and it was really fucking cool, and I'm like really proud of it. Hopefully I can build some hype around it because I want more people to enjoy it. But I don't know. Today was a pretty good day. I don't really got too much to say here. I'm just really glad that I'm actually being able to take it one step at a time. And I'm glad to have people that will be there for me, which is the most important part for me. Because I get lonely very easily. I'm trying not to. I won't really. Okay, that's a bit too personal. I'm not going that. But I do get really lonely, and I don't like to be lonely. Sometimes I like being alone. I like being alone a lot. Yeah, I like being alone a lot, but I don't like being lonely. Alone, the state of like not being around people. Lonely, feeling like you don't have anyone around you. I like being alone, but I don't like being lonely, and oftentimes I feel very, very lonely. And I don't know, it makes me sad. And other things that will not go into depression. No, I'm fine. But yeah, just some things everyone has to overcome at some point, one way or another. The way we do things is different to all of us, and it's just a method I'm choosing. Method of yeah, it's video diaries on YouTube. Yeah, hopefully my YouTube does well. That's what I'm also hoping for. But who knows with the algorithm, stuff like that. And I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it right now. It's really shitty sometimes. But I will see you guys next time. That's me, and I'll probably catch you guys next day when after working. So hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, bye bye.